Stories of the Highway Patrol may be seen later this evening. Stay tuned now for the Philadelphia Phillies versus the New York Mets. Everybody from Veterans Stadium, welcome to Phillies baseball tonight. Game one of a three-game series. The Bills and Dallas Green's New York Mets. Harry Callis along with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler. Terry Mulholland goes for the Phillies. Frank Tanana for New York. Whitey Pete Incaviglia back in the lineup. He's hit a couple of home runs this year off Frank Tanana, but his production has been amazing per at-bat.
It's absolutely incredible. This guy has 20 home runs, 70 RBIs. He has 72 hits with those 70 RBIs. Now, that's astounding, especially when you consider the fact he went about a month without doing anything. So he has just been a big part of that offense.
He truly has. And for Dallas Green, he's playing a man short, wheels a 24-man roster. And it's almost like now he's looking at guys who play hard, who want to play to be around a 94. One guy that appears to be playing pretty well is Jeff Kent.
Yeah, I think that's right, Harry. I think right now Dallas is on kind of a recon. I mean, he knows he's going to have to clean house here sooner or later. So he's just looking at the guys who can play. Jeff Kent's a guy we used to watch with the Toronto Blue Jays when he played B games. And he was a guy that always caught your eye because he had a little power. You know, he could drive the ball. He's a guy that had trouble catching the ball, you know, and you always wonder if they could find a position for him. I think the Mets still aren't sure whether or not he's ever going to be an everyday second baseman defensively. Offensively, he has more home runs or RBIs than any second baseman in the league, and he could break the Mets team record for home runs and RBIs by a second baseman. So he can swing the bat. Whether or not defensively he'll ever do it, I think is still up for Dick. You know, you'll see whether or not he's going to be able to do it or not.
Terry Mulholland goes for the Phillies, and Frank Tanana, the veteran left-hander for the Mets. Starting lineups for you right after these messages. The Phillies and the New York Mets is being brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the fellow Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Phillies! We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
Enough already with the Philly cheesesteaks. Anything goes well with Bud Light.
We like Bud Light and Dan.
Bud Light! Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, you'll get all the cash all at once in one lump sum. And won't that feel good? Cash 5, all the cash all at once. To win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5 lump sum jackpot, just match 5 of 39 numbers. Any 5 numbers you're attached to. Cash 5, all the cash all at once.
You got all your bad boys, they fight and they curse. But Mr. Goody Two-Shoes will whip you worse. But Mr. Two-Shoes, he got some new shoes. The ones are red and brown, shoes and all the universe. He might be nice, sweet, good and kind, but he'll put his Converse shoes on and leave tire tracks on your behind.
Nice shoes, KJ. See you later, okay?
Shades of Robert E. Lee Pruitt. Brian Dwyer on the trumpet with our national anthem at Veterans Stadium. Game 1 of a 3-game series of Phillies and Dallas Green's New York Mets. Mets lineup for Dallas Green tonight will have Ryan Thompson center field leading off. Charlie O'Brien catching, hitting second. Eddie Murray at first base bats third. Bobby Bonilla third base hitting fourth. Dave Gallagher left field bats fifth. Jeff Kent second baseman hitting sixth. Jeremy Burnitz in right field will bat seventh. Kevin Baez shortstop hitting eighth, and Frank Tanana will pitch and bat ninth. That lineup facing Terry Mulholland.
There's Terry Mulholland. The numbers on him. Mulholland going after win number 12 tonight, coming off a shaky outing against Florida on Sunday, and does not have good lifetime numbers against these New York Mets. In 10 games, just 1-7 with a 4.35 earned run average.
Defensively behind Mulholland, Dave Hollins at third base, Kevin Stocker the shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, John Kruk at first, Aaron Dalton catching. In the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dykstra in center, and Wes Chamberlain in right. Umpires tonight, Steve Ripley calls the balls and strikes, Jerry Crawford at first base, Phil Cuzzy at second, and Brian Gorman will umpire at third. Phil's lead in National League East now is 8 games following the sweep of Montreal, and the Cardinals lost last night at Pittsburgh. Terry Mulholland 11-9, a 3.29 ERA, good strikeout walk ratio, 95 strikeouts, 33 walks.
As Harry said, the Cardinals losing last night at Pittsburgh in extra innings. As we look at Dallas Green, the manager of the New York Mets, and that is a tough trip when you have to go into Montreal late at night, land at Mirabel, go through customs. They probably didn't get to their hotel till 4 o'clock after a tough loss, so they could be a little bit tired playing up in Montreal against the Expos tonight.
Jim Fregosi and Johnny Padres in the Phillies dugout. Ryan Thompson will lead it off for New York, hitting at .234. He was batting .259 for Norfolk, with 12 home runs and 34 RBIs. Ray Runge from New Media, Pennsylvania, birthday today. And Tom Van Fossen of Roxborough, great Phillies fan, celebrating his 7th. Sister M. Grace of St. Michael Convent in Reading at the ball game tonight, cheering for the Phils. First pitch of the game is a breaking ball for a called strike. 0-1 to Thompson. Thompson, along with Jeff Kent, coming over from the Toronto Blue Jays in the David Cone deal. He's a 25-year-old. Was leading Norfolk in home runs with 12 of them prior to his call-up. He's hit 3 at the major league level.
He's a guy that they really like, but they don't know how much he's going to hit, so they wound up sending him out for a while. They really like his defense.
Struck him out with a breaking ball. Got him on 3 pitches. That's 1 down, and that'll bring on Charlie O'Brien.
Well, Mulholland got killed in Florida on Sunday with his breaking pitches, especially his slider. Tonight, he's come out and thrown a couple of curveballs, so that might be something he's going to try a little bit differently tonight, since his slider was so flat in his last game.
Here's Charlie O'Brien hitting at .246. Line drive left field. It hangs up for the Ink man, who makes the running grab. Boy, yesterday Incaviglia logged miles and miles chasing fly balls in and out and across, and he's starting the same way tonight.
Yeah, he had a lot of high fly balls yesterday that he had to run down. This was a rocket hit right at him off what looked like to be a slider. That's actually a pretty easy catch for the big guy.
2 down. It'll bring on Eddie Murray. Murray hitting at .275. He has knocked in 75. 18 home runs. Batting a little better right than left. Among the league leaders in runs batted in, he is 8th in the league in RBIs.
They've really decided to off-speed this ball club, at least early in the ball game. Mulholland has not thrown many fastballs. I think he's thrown 1.
Not been a real good hitter against Mulholland, as you can see. .222 lifetime. Lofts that ball in the air to right center. Lenny Dykstra will take charge and puts it away, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mulholland. No runs, hits, errors, and none left after 1/2. Mets nothing. Phil's coming to bat.
This Dodge Dakota Sport comes with the Magnum V6, automatic, rear anti-lock brakes, and a price under $11,500. Cutting your choice of trucks down to one. Dodge. So don't miss the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
Now save up to $13.57 on Dodge Caravans, including air conditioning at no extra charge. So cut yourself in for great savings at the 93 model clearance now at your nearest Dodge dealer.
Good afternoon, Freedom Mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage understands that the best mortgage is no mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage wants to provide you with freedom from your mortgage.
Freedom Mortgage. Freedom Mortgage.
If the interest rate on your mortgage is over 8%, you should refinance now. We could save you hundreds of dollars every month. When you call Freedom Mortgage, you're going to get fast, personal, expert service so that we can provide you with a mortgage that works for you instead of you working for your mortgage.
It's the last business person special of the year. Wednesday, August 25th at 12:35. The Phillies play the Rockies, and all fans get a handsome poster featuring all the Phillies pitchers' compliments of Mellon PSFS. Call 463-1000 now.
Jim Fragosi's lineup tonight. Lenny Dykstra, center field, leads off. Mariano Duncan, second baseman, bats second. John Kruk at first base, hitting third. Dave Hollins, the third baseman, bats fourth. Darren Dalton catching, hitting fifth. Pete Incaviglia, the left fielder, will bat sixth. Wes Chamberlain, right field, hitting seventh. Kevin Stocker, the shortstop, bats eighth. Pitching and hitting ninth, Terry Mulholland. They're facing the veteran Frank Tanana.
And Frank Tanana is a veteran, to say the least. He's 40 years of age, out of Detroit, Michigan. Former #1 pick of California back in June of 1971. Only Charlie Huff and Nolan Ryan are older than him, pitchers in the major leagues right now. Not a power pitcher anymore. Throws a lot of breaking balls, and he's been struggling lately, losing his last 4 decisions.
Defensively behind him, Bobby Bonilla at third base. Kevin Baez at shortstop. Jeff Kent at second, and Eddie Murray at first. Charlie O'Brien catches. Dave Gallagher in left field. Ryan Thompson in center, and Jeremy Burnitz in right.
To send birthday wishes along tonight to Grace Gibbon, nicknamed Gigi, 94 years young today. They wanted Whitey to do this one early in the ball game, but Whitey's not going to be along to the 4th, so we thought we would wish Grace a happy birthday, and I hope she enjoys the game tonight.
Congratulations to Melinda and Carl Lovern. Mellon PSFS on the birth of their baby girl, Madison Elise Lovern. 1 day old today. Lenny Dykstra leads it off. Dude hitting a .305. Leads the league in runs scored, 106. Leads the league in walks with 95. He's 4th in the league in on-base percentage. John Kruk led the league in on-base percentage for a lot of weeks, almost a month or so now, but just dropped out of first place behind Barry Bonds. Well, Tanana started his delivery and then stopped. Didn't feel right, evidently. Curveball missing for a ball, 1-0.
Tanana is the master of the off speeds. He throws a lot of slow breaking balls, change ups, and will just spot his fastball.
Slammed to deep right, but it's a foul ball. He crushed that ball. Off the restaurant facing, but a foul ball, 1-1. Phillies have hit 3 home runs off today. He lost to Tommy Green 6-3 at Veterans Stadium. The Phillies hit 3 homers off him, 2 by Incaviglia, 1 by Holland. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. He has played them all, started every game but 1. Missing 2-1.
That ball almost landed in somebody's soup.
Really?
Boy, if they weren't watching out there, that had to startle them.
Curveball, got that one over. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Congratulations to Rick Epping, who's an usher here at Veterans Stadium. Grandpa for the first time. Flicks a foul on a breaking ball, still 2-2.
Tanana, as you can see with Dykstra now, can make a left-handed hitter very defensive when he gets ahead in the count. And in this case, he's even at 2-2, but he has a 2 strikes on Dykstra, so the curveball that he throws from the side can get a hitter a little bit jumpy. And it's a tough curveball to stay with because it has so much movement to it.
Check swing foul, still 2-2.
Happy birthday tonight to Annie Ducey, 65 years old. And we got a nice note from her friend Betty Wirtz, who watches all our games.
Fastball, tried to sneak one by him. Lenny fouled it off.
Thrown him 2 straight fastballs in after those breaking balls away, and Lenny is protecting the outside part of the plate. I think Tanana thought it made him a little bit vulnerable to a fastball in. Lenny's average has been coming up lately against left-handers too.
Into center field, Ryan Thompson back cracks and makes the catch. Dykstra's out, 1 down. It'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Emma Maisie Organ celebrating her 76th today with 20 members of her family. And belated birthday wishes to Susan Strassler. Duncan hitting at .280. He has a 10-game hitting streak coming into this game. Been swinging the bat very well since coming off the DL after the All-Star break. Change up on the outside corner, 1 strike to Duncan. Tanana in his career has won 238 ball games, lost 231. He pops up Duncan into shallow right. Jeremy Burnitz comes on and makes the grab. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on John Kruk. Tanana's pitched for California, Detroit most recently. His winningest year was with the Angels in 1976 when he was a 19-game winner. He has never won 20. Last year, 13-11 at Detroit. Kruk beats a foul back behind the plate.
This is a guy that Jim Fregosi hit off and managed. Frank Tanana. And Fregosi will tell you when Tanana first came up that there couldn't have been many tougher left-handers in baseball because he threw so hard. He'd strike out 200 batters a year like it was nothing.
Led the league in 75 in strikeouts with 269. That was his 2nd year with the Angels. A slow breaking ball that Kruk beats foul.
Tanana pitched here at Veterans Stadium one other time before the game that he pitched here earlier this year. As you look at Kruk double pump on that breaking ball, he pitched in the All-Star game here in 1976.
Fastball hit to Eddie Murray, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Frank Tanana. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. At the end of 1, it's a 0-0 game.
Nobody's going to give us the Nobel Prize for designing a filtering system for Sunoco gasoline. But this filter keeps particles that can find their way into gasoline from finding their way into your engine. We've been told we're a tad obsessive. Tell that to the guy on the side of the road with a clogged fuel line.
And now Sunoco will accept any valid gasoline credit card when you apply for a Sunoco card. And we'll give you a free, dictionary.
Apply for a Sunoco card and you'll never be at a loss for words.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers,
cylinder is secured and turned in a counterclockwise motion, causing the internal railing to rise and disengage. It's easy to make something as simple as opening a jar complex. The challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile. We take cutting-edge technology and place it comfortably in your hands. Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people will make it mean something.
After one inning of play, it's the Phils nothing and the Mets nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game at 7 o'clock on Prism, Sunday afternoon's game at 1:30 right here on PHL 17, preceded by the pregame show at 1. Neil Hartman's guest on the pregame show, Phillies #1 fan, Mayor Ed Rendell. Bobby Bonilla leads it off, and the pitch bounces up there. 1 ball and no strikes to Bonilla, who's hitting at .257. One ball and 1 strike. Bonilla was toying with the idea of swinging left-handed, even with Mulholland, a left-hand pitcher. He has a jammed left thumb. 2 balls and a strike.
Bonilla, for all the controversy that swirls around him as you look at his numbers against Mulholland's an Iron Man. He's been in every game.
Slams it to deep left center field. This ball out of here. Home run, Bobby Bonilla. Number 25 for Bonilla. And the Mets jump to a 1-0 lead. Guess that thumb isn't bothering him that much, batting right-handed.
Didn't appear to, Harry. He had a tracer off the Giant sign in deep left center field. That jump. Mulholland's having trouble with the home run ball in his last couple starts, throwing a lot of fat pitches. I think Dallas talking to him. Look at this ball. A little bit middle in. Another breaking ball, and there are the pitches he's been getting hurt on.
Terry gave up 3 homers in his last start at Florida. Here's Dave Gallagher hitting at .283. Gallagher, a veteran ball player. Good competitor. Dallas Green likes Gallagher. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jack Murray of Ocean City, New Jersey, celebrating a birthday. Jack, the father of the great Patty Stevenson. Video Dan's Patty. Bouncing ball to John Kruk. Mulholland gets there ahead of Gallagher. That's 1 down, and that'll bring up Jeff Kent.
Kruk had to go a long way for this ball, and he needs Mulholland. Sometimes a pitcher will freeze on this and hesitate a little bit. Mulholland did not. And you see him there in plenty of time to get the base runner.
Jeff Kent is batting at .277. 13 home runs. He's knocked in 51. Birthday wishes to Joey Barron of Philadelphia today. Got the breaking ball over. Mets lead at 1-0 on a Bobby Bonilla home run. Fastball high, 1-1. Mulholland tied for second in the league in complete games with 6. Doc Gooden leads the league in complete games, 7 of them. Good fastball, 1-2. And among our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Casper Martelli in the West Jersey Hospital of Voorhees. Pops a foul out of play, first base side. 1-2 to Kent with 1 out, no base runners.
Talked about how many home runs Terry Mulholland's been giving up. They've been hurting him. 3 of them and 6 earned runs at Florida, and that was a team record for the Florida Marlins. 3 home runs in a game.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball out of play. Holds it 2-2 to Jeff Kent. Kent, 25 years old, came over in the package for David Cohn from Toronto. They like his bat. Ball jumps off his bat. Might be that his position, though, is third base instead of second.
He's committed 17 errors this year. His range is not real good, and he doesn't make the double play real good. Although when you talk to the Mets people, he's getting better. You know, he's working at it. Bobby Wine probably helping him with his defense. As you see Wino looking on there with Dallas Green.
Laid off a low and in breaking ball. It's a full count. 3-2 to Jeff Kent.
Mets will tell you, you talk to the people, that they're ahead in a lot of games too, and they play a lot of close games, but they lose them.
Lost him. So Kent's a 1-out base runner for Jeremy Burnitz. Burnitz is a 24-year-old. This copyright telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Burnitz was hitting .227 at Norfolk with 8 home runs, 44 RBIs. Since joining the Mets, hitting at .250, he has hit 6 home runs. Step off pickoff move came oh so close to getting Kent.
Here it is. Quick move over, and the hand on the bag, and the tag coming down from John Kruk. Good call by Jerry Crawford.
Another one. Close play. Well, Holland has just 2 pickoffs this year. He had 16 last year to lead the major leagues, but the reason he has just 2 is because nobody takes a lead on him anymore. We're all aware of that great pickoff move of his. 1 strike to Burnitz. Compactly built at 6 feet, 195. Has some power. 91, he led his league in home runs at Williamsport with 31 of them. Product of Oklahoma State University is Burnitz.
A couple of those guys out here tonight.
Inkman on the inside corner, a called strike.
Oh yeah, Pete Incaviglia is a legend in the state of Oklahoma. Went down there in Oklahoma City to play that game, those games this year. I mean, papers are full of stories about him.
It's always been a good baseball school, Oklahoma State. Got him with a slider, struck him out. Second strikeout for Mulholland. 2 down here in the second. He will bring up Kevin Baez, the shortstop.
Playing Jeremy Burnitz against a left-handed pitcher, and they're trying to find out some things about their players right now, especially their young players. And one of the things would be to see how Burnitz hangs in there against a left-hander like Mulholland. That time he pulled off the breaking ball.
Baez batting .250 since his recall from Norfolk. He was hitting .258 at Norfolk with a couple of homers. Missing a little bit low with the breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
The Mets feel that Tim Bogar right now is their starting shortstop. He has a very strong arm, good fielder, but he's struggling offensively. And so Baez is getting a start tonight, but they're still looking at Bogar as their #1 guy.
But high 2-0. Not along our get well wishes to Jamie Waters of Churchville, Pennsylvania. 14-year-old Jamie at the Holy Redeemer Hospital. He just had all 4 of his wisdom teeth removed.
Yaha.
Ugh.
Hot ice cream for him.
Yeah. Two balls and 1 strike to Kevin Baez. Kevin went to the same high school as John Franco, Lafayette High School in Brooklyn.
John Franco's on the disabled list again. He is here. Just saw him walk down towards the bullpen before the game.
Two and 2. And Vince Coleman is not here. He's acceded to the Mets' request that in the interest of all concerned, he remain on administrative leave pending the outcome of the commissioner's office investigation.
What a year they've had. They've had a brutal year on the field and off the field, have the New York Mets. I mean, every time you turn around, they're in another circus event. You know, they probably just can't wait for this year to end.
Fouls it back and out of play. Still 2 and 2 to Kevin Baez. Runner at first is Kent with 2 down, a run across on the home run by Bobby Bonilla. Regular move by Mulholland. Kent is back. He's called out on strikes, is Baez, and that'll retire the side. 3rd strikeout for Mulholland. The Mets get a run on Bonilla's homer. 1 hit, no error as they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. 1-0 New York.
I don't know why, but I like you. He's the damn janitor.
Nothing could come between Charlotte and Ernesto, except her boyfriend,
She is whack.
her boss,
The social conduct is under question.
her town,
Dancing topless in a Mexican cantina.
and herself. Christine Lottie,
Have I known you all my life?
Ruben Blades,
Well, you got to start sometime.
Crazy from the Heart.
Saturday at 8 on PHL 17.
AT&T.
AT&T, without a doubt.
If price were no object, which long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
AT&T.
For a few pennies a call, AT&T.
Wouldn't you?
Come on. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object. And now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed in writing when your business spends over $200 a month with
AT&T. AT&T, period.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
I remember last year, honey, when we were moving.
Right.
Well, she called us and said if we put both our new house and car policies with her, we would save money.
Well, we have so many choices at Nationwide, and my job is to make you aware of your options.
She was always there with an answer.
That's the way we're trained, to be very knowledgeable and to be there when people really need you the most. And that's important.
Agents like Margaret are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side.
It's a really good-looking baseball jacket, free for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Acme and Kraft when the Phillies play the Reds Sunday, August 29th at 1:35. They'll make a racket to get this jacket. Call 463-1000.
Well, Sunday we have a brand new gift for all youngsters 14 and under. A gray shirt, looks just like the Phillies road jerseys, including logo in the Phillies red. Compliments of Gatorade. That's this Sunday at 1:35. Road jerseys for all youngsters 14 and under. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by Veterans Stadium. The Phils and the Mets on Sunday at 1:35. One ball and no strikes to Hollins. He's hitting at 283. 2-0. They batting a lot better right-handed than left. 345 right-handed, 243 left-handed. He is homered off Tanana. Got that one over.
key to handling a guy like Tanana, and it can be very difficult for a hitter, is to be patient. Because he can put a little comfortable 0 for 3 on a guy, and the player back in the dugout wonder, how did he get me out 3 times? He will not give you a lot of good pitches to hit if you are over anxious.
Given Hollins 2 straight fastballs, and his fastball is a mediocre one, but if you're looking for the off-speed stuff, and you kind of sneak it in there. 2 and 2.
Right, and by being patient, the key to beating him is you have to get ahead in the count.
Grounds a foul down the third base side. Send along our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Pat Cassidy from all of us, Pat, and from all your blue ribbon girls at the Phillies. Miss Pat around the ballpark. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you know he's tuned in tonight.
Curveball nubbed into right field for a base hit. Didn't hit it very hard, but Hollins will take it. It's the Phillies' first hit off Tanana, and that'll bring on Darren Dalton.
That's what Harry was talking about, how you get fooled on the off-speed stuff. That big sweeping curveball. Hollins is way out front and just manages to hit it off the end of the bat.
Dutch Dalton hitting at .252, 21 homers, 87 RBIs. He's tied for the league lead in runs batted in. Barry Bonds did not have any RBIs at Wrigley Field today, so they each have 87. One ball and no strikes.
Mets are really playing Dalton to pull in the infield. They have Bonilla way off the line at third, and the shortstop Baez, you see where he is, over near second. And yet, they're in double play depth, so they can't get Ken over as far as they'd like.
2 balls and no strikes to Dalton.
Now here's where you get into a hitting situation against Tanana, but it doesn't mean as a hitter you'll get a fastball, even though he's behind in the count.
On the outside corner at the knees, a good pitch by Tanana, 2-1.
Happy birthday to Jim McDonald, brother of Lee Tobin, manager of publicity in the Phillies publicity office.
A little bit low, 3-1.
Now Dalton, is as good a hitter as he has to guess here now on a pitch and a location from Tanana. If he gets it, hack away. If he doesn't, take it.
Got a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, a full count.
He's thrown him 2 almost unhittable fastballs. Down, away, on the outside corner. Dalton might have thought one of them was outside, but they're very close.
Hollins running here.
I'd run him.
Dutch doesn't ground into too many double plays.
No.
Second toughest to double up in the league. It's because he doesn't hit many ground balls.
Exactly, but the reason I say you'd run him here, and I don't know whether they will or not, is because if he throws that big slow hook, he can steal the base, and if he throws a fastball, Dalton might hit it in the hole somewhere.
Hollins does go, and it's a base hit. Almost hit Hollins, and Hollins heading for third. That's a gamble. Ball gets away from Bonilla. Fortunately, and going to second is Dalton, or Hollins was going to be a dead duck at third.
Hollins is a really aggressive base runner, but that time he was overly aggressive. Dalton got what we thought might happen there. The runner go, he got a fastball, but he hit it real hard right at the right fielder. Hollins lost his momentum.
150 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. Leonard Paul Copen last lived in the 100 block of New Jersey Avenue and the 600 block of Ohio Avenue, Atlantic City. Leonard Paul Copen is wanted for failing to appear in Atlanta County Superior Court for sentencing on 2 counts of manufacturing, distributing, and dispensing drugs and 2 counts for possession of drugs. If you've seen any of the fugitives we just showed you, call Atlanta County Crime Stoppers right now at 652-1234. We'll be right back.
Hey, thanks to these airbags here, this
Lifetime, he's hit 4 career home runs off the left-hander. Ooh, I pretty wish he had that one back.
He's
up there looking for breaking ball and got a fastball right there.
Think of what Incaviglia's done this year with runners in scoring position. What a job he's done with hits and knocking in people with those hits.
Another fastball, 1-1.
Tanana, you've seen tonight, will pitch inside too to both left and right-handed batters. He has Incaviglia with 2 balls inside. Now he might try change up away or that slow hook.
One ball and 1 strike to Pete Incaviglia.
Incaviglia has a chance to pick up an easy RBI here with a ground ball because everybody is way back for the Mets in their infield. Well, Tanana and O'Brien just cannot get together on what they want to throw. So O'Brien finally strolls out to have a little conversation with him.
Thanks to Patty Appalucci for the cookie setup and Carol Humphrey for the brownies.
Gives us a chance to wish a speedy recovery to Nora O'Hara, wife of Jimmy O'Hara from the executive dining room. She's recuperating at Frankfurt Hospital.
Fastball high with it. And wishes for a speedy recovery to Dom Ofria. Open heart surgery performed on Dom. He's a greeter for the Phils here at the ballpark. Fouled it back. 2-2.
Some guy down below is just anticipating what you might say. He just yelled out of here. On that 3-1 pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Incaviglia with 2 men on base and nobody out. St. Louis leads Montreal 1-0 in the 3rd behind Donovan Osborne against Ken Hill. Anthony Fiore celebrating a birthday. Wishes from us and from Barbara and Bob Thompson. Curveball just missing. Full count to the Aikman. Dave Hollins at 3rd, Darren Dalton at 2nd with nobody out. Incaviglia tires of waiting. Tanana not a real quick worker. His games were the 4th longest in the major leagues last year. In his starts, he averaged 3 hours and 3 minutes per game. Incaviglia is called out on strikes on a fastball in the inside corner. He argues with Steve Ripley, but it was pretty close. Too close to take. Obviously. Incaviglia now, Jim Fregosi does not want to lose him. Let's take a peek at it. See if it's inside. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit inside on the overhead camera.
Yeah, Incaviglia doesn't do a whole lot of arguing, and he really thought that pitch was inside, and looking at it from that angle, it certainly was. That's a big out for Tanana because Incaviglia hurts you.
Right. One strike to Chamberlain, who's hitting .284. He'll try to pick Incaviglia up. 9 homers, 29 RBIs.
Same defense for New York. They will keep the infield all the way back so the Phillies can get a run on a ground ball. There they are. Tanana, as Harry said, is slow. He likes to make hitters stand there and wait. Hitters want to get in the box and swing the bat. They don't want to stand there. And he'll spend a lot of time just staring off O'Brien, getting him to go through pitches again. It looks like he doesn't wipe off or shake as much as he just looks it off. See, how he just keeps looking in.
Fastball just missing, 1-1.
Some pitchers will use their glove or they'll shake their head. Tanana just keeps staring, and that could mean to O'Brien to keep going.
That's the lead, 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second. Philly runners second and third, and Chamberlain again steps out. Birthday wishes to Eileen Irish McDermott. Her husband Joe, a supervisor here for the Phils. Birthday wishes to Tommy Lamond. Tommy's granddad. Leon Pruss, a Phillies assistant host here. It's right there for a strike. Chamberlain looks back, but looked like a pretty good pitch.
That one had a lot of the plate that time. Chamberlain dives into balls, and he wants it away from him for the most part. And a lot of balls that he'll dive into that way and then jump back are strikes.
1-2 to Wes Chamberlain. Sets up outside, and it's way outside. It's 2-2. These two teams have met once more on a Friday the 13th over the last 22 years. Back in 1973, the Phillies and the Mets played on a Friday the 13th. You see some names involved in that game?
SV, some guy who made an error in that game, huh?
Phillies manager Jim Fregosi, while playing third base for those New York Mets.
He did not have a distinguished career with the Mets.
The 2-2, lofted to deep left. Watch this, baby. It is out of here. 3-run home run, Wes Chamberlain. And the Phils have taken a 3-1 lead here in the second. Did he ever pick up the Aikman? Chamberlain's 10th. And the Phillies just continue to hit the long ball, lead the league in home runs.
Well, he threw him a lot of fastballs, and it looked like he finally threw a breaking ball, and I just talked about how Chamberlain likes the ball away from him. Looked like it might have been a slider. It's out over the plate a little bit, and he gets his arms out, and that's the ball that Wes will really drive something off speed where he can extend.
So the Phils have taken a 3-1 lead here, and the batter will be Kevin Stocker. On the outside corner for a called strike to Stocker.
Wes just missed a 2-run homer yesterday by about a foot. Ball that hit off the wall in dead center.
Phillies have 121 home runs, lead the league in that department. Wes's 10th. San Francisco's second in the league in homers. They have 116. Shallow right field. Burnett's coming on. He'll make the play for out number 2, and it'll bring up Terry Mulholland. Giants won today at Chicago 4-1. And Trevor Wilson won that game. He's off the disabled list and evidently pitching pretty well.
Watched some of that today, and he had good stuff too. He was throwing the ball very well. Those Cubbies played a night game in Florida last night and then a day game in Chicago today, so they were ripe for the taking.
Mulholland fouls it back. Mo hitting just .077. Batting not one of his forts.
Or even something he's very good at.
Fouls that one off. In that game that the Mets and the Phillies played on a Friday the 13th in '73, Larry Christensen won that game over John Matlack 7-1. Davey Johnson hit a 3-run home run. Larry Bowe is 2 for 5. Still 0-2 to Terry Mulholland. There's Bowe, Bill's third base coach. Mullins strikes out. Second strikeout for Tanana. But the Phils get 3 in the inning on the 3-run homer by Chamberlain. 3 hits, no errors, and none left. The end of 2, 3-1 Phillies.
Come see castles and knights. Explore legends, be bold. Conquer dragons, cross countries, hear tales being told. Adventures waiting, there's no time to waste. Come see, come conquer, there's only one place. Roar's Gardens, the nearby faraway place. Roar's Gardens, Williamsburg, come see, conquer.
Now, reports of the legendary two-footed object have been growing.
Anything? Nothing. Must be big. Even Chet's seen it. We're getting something. Coming over the hill, Sarge. Hit the lights, boy. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Pizza, the legendary value from Pizza Hut. With 2 square feet and a tasty new crust you can't get anywhere else. All for $10.99.
Okay, folks, let's break it up. Ah!
Bigfoot Pizza, the biggest pizza you can get delivered.
For high-quality brake service, remember, now more than ever, at Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot. I guarantee it.
Hi, I'm Milt Thompson, and you're watching PHL 17, the home of the Phillies.
Our trivia question tonight. In 3 of the 4 World Series that the Phillies have played, one Phillies starter batted over 400. In the 1915 series, in the 1950 series, and in the 1980 series. Our Roy Rogers trivia question tonight. Now, I wouldn't ask you to remember the guy from 1915.
Thanks.
Who hit over 400. That was that Fred Luderus who hit 438. But I am asking you to name the player for the Phils. Here's a one-hopper by Tanana to Stocker, and he throws him out. 1 down. That'll bring on the top of the order Ryan Thompson. I will ask you to name the player for the Phillies in 50 who had a World Series batting average over 400, and in 80 a World Series batting average over 400. Wednesday, August 25th will be our 5th and final business person special of the year at 12:35 against those Colorado Rockies. All fans get a great Pride of the Phillies poster featuring the Phillies pitching staff, compliments of Mellon PSFS. Plan ahead to be on hand Wednesday, August 25th, 12:35. Phils and the Rockies in the last BP special of the year. For tickets, call 463-1000. Ryan Thompson struck out his first time up. Had a note here about a birthday we were supposed to wish to Steve Toller's wife, and anniversary wishes to Steve Toller's parents-in-law. Somehow it was misplaced, so I don't have their names, but birthday and anniversary wishes to Steve's wife and to his parents-in-law.
Steve is a batting practice pitcher for the Phillies. He used to play for our old friend, late Charlie Kress, out in Newtown Square.
Thompson gets the second hit given up by Mulholland. It'll bring on Charlie O'Brien. He lined out to left his first time up.
Floss and John Lutz here up from Clearwater, staying in Warminster at the Duffy's. John is the guy who keeps the scoreboard for us down there. The balls and strikes that Jack Russell does a great job.
1 ball and no strikes to Charlie O'Brien.
Guy never misses a pitch. People wandering in and out of the booth.
Yeah, you've made the booth pretty much a social event.
Now, that's not true.
You know, It's amazing that John is able to concentrate the way he does.
You're bad. You know, always trying to get me in trouble. And succeed.
1 ball and no strikes to Charlie O'Brien.
Guy is amazing, though. I mean, you know how tough it is in spring training with all this stuff going on. You know, all the changes in those games and goofy
Spring games,
and he never misses a pitch. Good to see John Floss up here.
Into right field, Wes Chamberlain lines it up and makes the catch. So O'Brien's out, 2 down. It'll bring up Eddie Murray. He flied out to center field his first time up. Brian Thompson at first with 2 down. Bills lead in the ball game 3-1, a 3-run home run by Chamberlain. Mets run coming on a solo homer by Bobby Bonilla.
One thing the Mets do have is some power in their lineup with guys like Murray, Bonilla, Kent. They can't hit the ball out of the ballpark. Look at Eddie Murray. He has been so consistent throughout his career. Oh, Holland looks like he's determined to get somebody tonight.
They won't be stealing many bases. 3 balls and no strikes to Murray.
He made his point with Ryan Thompson, too, because he was on his way back to first then when Mulholland was delivering the baseball.
He pops a foul out of play behind the Phillies dugout. 2-1 the count to Eddie Murray. Thompson at first with 2 outs.
Phillies have been on a run of 40,000+ people here at the Vet, and it looks like they have shot at another one tonight. There's a big crowd here.
Yeah, I would say better than 40. Bouncing up there, a good block by Dalton, keeps it in front of him. Two balls and 2 strikes. Good step-off, pick-off move.
Well, Thompson feels he can go back standing up. He's still fairly comfortable with the lead, but he doesn't have a big lead.
He takes off. Murray lofts it in the air to left. It's fairly deep, but Pete Incaviglia is there waiting. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Phil's lead 3-1.
What if someone were to design a car about the size of a Ford Taurus outside, but with more room for people than Taurus or Toyota Camry inside? Someone did. What if someone were to design a car with safety features Taurus and Camry don't give you, like both driver and passenger side airbags standard, or an available integrated child safety seat? Someone did. And what if a prestigious magazine were to name this car Automobile of the Year? One of them did. Dodge Intrepid. This changes everything.
Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
The Phillies Phillies will be loaded for bear when they play Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, September 6th at 7:05. And Tuesday through Thursday, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, all at 7:35. Then they'll try to send the Astros into space Friday, September 10th at 7:35, Saturday the 11th at 7:05, and Sunday the 12th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under get a free backpack. Call 463-1000.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Smooth Bush Beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Head for the mountains of Bush. By your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. And by Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut Delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. Lenny Dykstra leads off. He lined out to center his first time up. Starts him with a curveball inside for a ball. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Roy Rogers. That one-of-a-kind place for that one-of-a-kind taste. In 3 of the 4 World Series that the Phillies have played, one Phillies starter batted over 400. Fred Ladouris in 1915. Lofted into right center field fairly deep, but Ryan Thompson gets back and makes the catch, and that's 1 down. Can you name the Philly regular who hit over 400 in the 50 series, or the Philly regular who hit over 400 in the 80 series? Had a trumpet player playing the national anthem tonight, and we're graced with a piccolo player visiting the booth tonight. Joe Trebo from Memphis, Tennessee.
He is a heck of a piccolo player, that Trebo.
Mariano Duncan hits a high fly ball into center field. Thompson is there, and he makes the grab. That's 2 outs. It'll bring up John Cook.
All right, let me try these trivia questions. It's just too obvious to say Whitey for 1950, so I'm going to say a guy who was a heck of a hitter. Hambone, Granny Hamner.
You got it. Granny Hamner hit 429 in 1950. How about an 80?
Is this a trick question? Was the guy a regular player during the World Series, or was he a pinch hitter or something?
No, he was a regular player.
Lonnie Smith.
Lonnie Smith would be incorrect. Good guess. There's that lollipop curveball, and he got it over for a called strike to Kruk, who grounded out his first time up.
Well, Mike Schmidt was most valuable player in the World Series that year, but I don't think he hit 400.
Missed with a sweeping curveball this time, 1-1.
Manny Trio had the big LCS. I don't know.
How about that Bob Boone?
Is that right?
Boone hit 412 in the 1980 World Series. Called strike to Kruk, 1-2.
There's your answers. And who was that first guy? I'll forget it.
Freddie Ladouris.
Freddie Ladouris.
Ground ball to Eddie Murray. Murray to Tanana. And the Phillies are down in order here in the 3rd. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Rich Ashburn joins Chris Wheeler in the 4th. At the end of 3, Phillies lead it 3-1.
Live from Philly, it's Bud Light.
Hey! Bud Light is in the house! I'm talking about Bud Light.
Bud Light is slammed! We just want a Bud Light, is that so wrong? Salute.
Ah, amigo.
Hey, join the Bud Light, yeah!
Birdman loves Bud Light.
I need a Bud Light. We live in Philly and we love Bud Light.
Ask for Bud Light.
Iron Mike on rust.
I hate rust.
Iron Mike on tough.
This is tough. Rust tough. This is rust. Oleum? The dictionary defines tough as strong. Not easily influenced. Like me. The definition of oleum is... We sprayed this rusty metal plate with fast-drying rust tough, exposed the rusted metal, then placed it in the torture salt fog chamber. The rust didn't spread. It stayed tough. You want tough? What do you want? Oleum. Got rust? Get tough. Rust tough.
Ah, the signs of summer. They're all around us. Now there's a new one, the Oldsmobile Summer of Savings. It means it's the best time of the year to buy a new Olds, like this loaded Cutlass Sierra Special Edition. It was $16,174, now only $13,995. You'll find Oldsmobile Summer of Savings prices just as exciting on every new Olds in stock. Look for the new sign of summer that says it's the best time ever to buy a new Olds.
Well, Jacket Day, Sunday, August 29th. The Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds at 1:35. A great-looking warm-up jacket for all fans 14 and under. A blue pullover with a Phillies logo on the front and the back. Compliments of our good friends at Acme and Kraft. Just call 463-1000 for your tickets or stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster locations. Bobby Bonilla leads it off in the 4th inning, and Rich Ashburn joins us.
Kind of a strange game. Tanana's made almost everybody look bad except Wes Chamberlain.
I'll tell you what he does. He makes them wait a long time.
That big old slow hook. You know, nobody in the league pitches like Tanana, and I think that's one of the reasons he's effective.
Bonilla, Gallagher, Kent. Bobby hit a line drive home run to left center his first time up. His 25th of the year, his 68th run batted in. There is the veteran Frank Tanana with his pitching coach, Mel Stottlemyre. Bonilla is one of 3 players to play in every game this year in the National League. The other 2, Jeff Bagwell of Houston and Jeff Conine of the Florida Marlins. And it's 3-1. Mulholland's walked 1, struck out 3 thus far, and given up 2 hits, the 1 run on Bonilla's homer. Hit to deep center field. Dykstra's going back, still going back. It's gone to center field. A long home run for Bobby Bonilla, his 2nd of the game, 26th of the year, and the ball is flying out of here tonight. 3-2 Phillies.
Ball didn't really sound that good off the crack of the bat, but it really cleared the fence by plenty.
I think Dykstra thought he had it a couple times.
He reached out. I think Terry's given up a lot of home runs lately.
Another breaking ball,
wasn't a bad pitch. A little slider on the outside corner, kind of a backdoor pitch.
Gallagher, the batter. Does Bonilla look like he's crouching more to you than he used to? He just looks like he's bent over. Gallagher, his first time up, grounded out on a hook up from Kruk to Mulholland. There is Bonilla getting the congratulations in the dugout. His 4th multiple home run game of the year. Stocker plays a big hop and throws him out. 1 away here in the 4th inning. And Jeff Kent will bat. He walked in the 2nd. 1 walk issued so far by Mulholland. 3-2 Phillies in the 4th.
Mets have some people that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. This guy's one of them, Jeff Kent.
Out of play down the right field line. Yeah, Kent with 13 homers and 51 runs batted in. Those are the high totals for any second baseman in the National League.
They were talking about sending him back to the minors earlier in the season, and then he started to pop the ball.
Well, the problem was his defense. They just didn't think they could get him enough playing time to take advantage of his offense. And evidently he's improved to the point where they can play him at second. He's not hurting them as much. Off the end of the bat, here comes Chamberlain. Long run for Wes and makes the play. That's the 2nd out here in the 4th. Chamberlain has given the Phillies the lead in the ball game tonight with a long home run to left center, a 3-run homer. Jeremy Burnitz, the batter, left-handed hitter, struck out on a breaking ball his first time at bat. Burnett's one of the reasons why Bernier is playing at third, because they're trying to get a look at him and also at Ryan Thompson. Fouled out of play left side.
Saw a pretty good arm out of Burnett's on that throw he made to Bonilla that really Bonilla should have caught and tagged Hollins out.
Burnett's has some power, as Whitey just said. He throws well, and he also runs pretty well. But he's pulling off the left-hander right now, and that's one of the things they're trying to find out about him, whether or not he's an everyday player or not. Breaking ball, he hung it. And Mariano Duncan makes the play. The Mets get a run on Bonilla's homer, and we head to the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 Phils.
A time of war.
In all the old familiar places that my heart and mind
A time of love.
embraces all day
A time to remember. Vanessa Redgrave, William Devane, Lisa Eichhorn, and Richard Gere star in Yanks. Monday at 8 on PHL 17.
There are lots of ways to have fun at a baseball game besides the game. Now, the games. The Phillies give Colorado a Rocky Mountain Low Monday, August 23rd, and Tuesday, the 24th at 7:35, and Wednesday, the 25th at 12:35 in a business person special. Then Cincinnati turns red Friday, August 27th at 7:35, Saturday, the 28th at 7:05, and Sunday, the 29th at 1:35 when kids get a baseball jacket free. Call 463-1000.
Save now on every #1 selling Ford at your Quality Plus Ford dealer. It's Ford's factory authorized clearance. Now get a double rebate on America's #1 selling car, Ford Taurus. That's $500 cash back plus $500 clearance bonus for a total clearance cash back of $1,000. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
See your Ford dealer today. Get behind the wheel and turn the key.
Hurry! Ford's factory authorized clearance ends soon.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. In the American League tonight, no score between Kansas City and Chicago in the third. Boston's just taken a 4-0 lead out in front of Toronto in the third. No score between Baltimore and New York in the fourth. Texas out in front of Cleveland 3-2 in the fifth. Milwaukee has just beaten Detroit in the first of two. 6-1 the final there. Late starts in Oakland and Seattle this evening. We head it back now to Veterans Stadium. Phillies out in front 3-2. We go to the bottom of the fourth.
All right, Neil Hartman, thank you very much. And Dave Hollins will lead it off. It'll be Hollins, Dalton, in Cavilla here in the fourth inning. Hollins nubbed the breaking ball off the end of the bat and blooped the single to center and scored on the home run by Chamberlain back in the second inning. Dave batting at .285 with 13 home runs and 72 runs batted in. Jams himself on that one and pops it up. O'Brien has a play, puts it away, one down. Looked like he was diving out over the plate and jammed himself.
Chased the high pitch. Hitters, I think, have a tendency to underestimate Frank Tanana because of all that slow stuff he throws, but generally knows what he's doing with it. The ball that Chamberlain hit for home run was an inch or two away from being a pretty good pitch, but that's all it takes sometimes. An inch or two goes from a good pitch to a bad pitch.
Made some good pitches on Dalton his first time up. Then Darren finally hooked a 3-2 fastball in the hole to right field. That's the play where Hollins was safe at third that Whitey was talking about when he probably should have been out. Foul tip held on to by the catcher O'Brien, and it's 0-2 on Dutch Dalton. Good breaking ball, and he chased it. Strikeout number 3 for Frank Tanana. 2 up and 2 down here in the fourth for Cavilla.
Dalton fooled on the big old hook. Look at that thing curved. It curved the foot outside.
Little drop down sidearm action. Rest of the homestand is tomorrow evening at 7:05. The Phillies and these New York Mets, and then road jerseys on Sunday at at 135. Those are for kids 14 and under. Just call 463-1000 or stop by one of the many ticket master outlets throughout the Philadelphia, New Jersey area. Nubbed off the end of the bat to the shortstop Baez, who comes in, throws out in Pavilion. An easy inning for Tanana. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Through 4, 3-2 Phils.
From 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to right here in Pennsylvania, people are searching for new choices in healthcare.
The costs are strangling me.
Which inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new personal choice.
It seems like you always have to give something up.
A health plan that gives people the benefits of an HMO.
No one has the right to tell me what doctor I can see.
Without asking them to give up their freedom. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Just last year, John Pasmato scaled the rocky slopes of Kilimanjaro, trekked through the murky waters of the Amazon, and captained a tall ship through the treacherous Strait of Magellan.
Mellon PSFS employees are giving their time to help people embark on some of the greatest adventures of their lives.
All it took was learning to read.
Hey, Jersey, I'm buying. I drink Bud Light because I'm 245 pounds of U.S. steel and sex appeal.
He's unbelievable.
Jersey girls dig Bud Light.
Bud Light is made in New Jersey.
You know, we own that Statue of Liberty. They stole it from us.
Yo, bartender, Bud Light.
You want one too, don't you? How about a Bud Light?
Yo, it's Jersey stuff. It's Bud Light, you know?
Bud Light, up and away.
The Mets scored their 2 runs on Bonilla's solo home runs in the 2nd and the 4th, and the Phillies scored their 3 runs on a 3-run homer by Wes Chamberlain in the 2nd. That's how we stand. 3-2 Phillies.
To the top of the 5th inning, and the shortstop Kevin Baez leads it off. Then Frank Tanana, the top of the order, and Ryan Thompson. Strike 1 to Baez, and the next pitch is high. Baez struck out his first time up. Into right center field, Chamberlain on a hop. Baez is going to try for 2. Here's the throw. He's out at second base on a good play by Wes Chamberlain. That's Chamberlain's 7th outfield assist of the year, which leads the ball club.
Yeah, Baez made a mistake there. West cut the ball off right there in the gap. He has a powerful arm. Got the ball to Stocker plenty of time.
So Chamberlain has had a good game, to say the least. A 3-run homer and just throws a runner out at second base. There you see, with that 7th outfield assist. And Tanana, the batter, he grounded to short his first time up. Frank, a 133 lifetime hitter here in his first year in the National League. He had 1 at bat while he was in the American League.
Used to be a power pitcher years ago. Led the league in strikeouts, the American League. And he does a pretty good job with the way he pitches now.
Inside with a fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tanana. 1 out, nobody on base here in the 5th inning. Phils lead it by a run. Slaps it into center field. Dykstra very shallow, makes the play, and there are 2 outs. I'd like to send congratulations along to Laura and Terry Gleason of Newark, Delaware, on the birth of their son James Terrence Gleason. Mother Laura, the daughter of former Delaware and Penn State SID John Morris, who's here at the game tonight. John is now Vice President of Communications for the PGA Tour. It's good to see John at the ballpark. Ryan Thompson, who is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a base hit to left.
Happy birthday to Cindy O'Shaughnessy Esposito, a former usherette here at the ballpark.
Oh. 2 balls and 1 strike to Thompson. You didn't agree with that, huh? You usually tell. Right center field and hit hard, and this is going to go all the way to the wall. Thompson can run. He's heading for second. He'll stop at second with a stand-up double. That's his 5th of the year. He also has a couple of triples. So the play by Wes Chamberlain saves the Phillies a run here in the 5th inning as Thompson laces a 2-out double.
Thompson hit a good pitch. It was down. Can't do much about that. You make a good pitch and you hit it that hard, you have to give the hitter credit.
Yeah, and you might have to put in your scouting report that the guy's a pretty good low ball hitter and go after him upstairs next time and see what happens when they hit that kind of pitch. Charlie O'Brien, the batter, who's lined out and flied out. O'Brien, the catcher, batting in Dallas Green's 2-hole in the lineup. Breaking ball for strike 1.
Happy birthday to Dave Wysinski here in Philadelphia.
Big Ben Rivera working on some hand strengthening exercises. Bienvenido. Fly ball right field. Chamberlain right there. He makes a play in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Phils lead it 3-2 after 4.5.
Central. One sizzling sale. Through Saturday only, all washers and dryers, all refrigerators, all cooking appliances, all dishwashers, all vacuums, all room air conditioners, all dehumidifiers. They're all $10 to $200 off. And cool off with hot deals on all TVs, all camcorders, all 4-head VCRs, all computers, all $5 to $200 off. Backed by the largest retail service fleet in America. One sizzling sale at Sears Brand Central.
So far this year, there have been 242 stories about a certain singer's book, 12 press conferences on the president's haircut, and 3 TV movies about the Long Island Lolita. But the media has yet to expose perhaps the most exciting event to date, the summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer. Where right now, we've got great values on every Accord, including our 10th anniversary edition, that comes fully loaded at a price that'll have the whole world talking. We admit it's no dinosaur blockbuster, but at least our savings are huge. The summer clearance at your Tri-State Honda dealer, the smart way to go.
How do you improve on 92's best baseball cards? You give them the same UV treatment, then add even more gold foil stamping. You dramatically improve the backs and set new standards for limited edition subsets. With more intense action, higher impact design, electrifying graphics, and foil stamping on both sides. 93 Fleer Ultra. Proof you still can't buy a better baseball card.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Booth Wynn is Lois Fiorelli. And by AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else, there's the I Plan. To the bottom of the 5th inning, Wes Chamberlain, Kevin Stocker, Terry Mulholland, 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Phils lineup. Chamberlain, a 3-run home run to left center in the 2nd inning. West takes a fastball over for a strike. Tanana kept making Chamberlain wait his last time up. Chamberlain kept stepping out and then finally hit the ball out of the ballpark. Out of play on down the right field line. Frank Tanana's lost 4 straight, 7 out of his last 8, despite a 3.19 earned run average in those games. Mets haven't scored a whole lot of runs for him. He's pitched 6 innings in 6 straight starts and 8 out of his last 9. So this is a guy who, when you have him on your ball club, he'll give you innings. 40 years old, just turned 40 on July 3rd. The 0-2 to West. Did he go? No, says Jerry Crawford.
Almost went on that low outside pitch.
Like he might have gone to try and fish for a changeup then.
Good look from up top. I guess he held it. You know, who knows how they call that half swing. Some call it, some don't.
Off-speed pitch and hit in the hole to left field for a base hit. West stayed back well on that and hooked it in the hole. Little Wes Chamberlain has his second hit of the ball game, and that is hit number 4 for the Phillies, their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Big old curveball, and you're right. He kind of double clutched there and then put a pretty good swing on it. In fact, an excellent swing. He stung it.
Kevin Stocker, the batter. Kevin flied out to right fielder Jeremy Burnitz his first time up. Stocker's seeing a lot of these teams and them seeing him for the first time. Kevin had a heck of a game yesterday. Started out, made a couple of errors, but hung in there and then got a big hit late in the ball game to help the Phillies sweep Montreal. And everybody around the club really liked that. Fly ball center field. Ryan Thompson, an easy play. Waits, puts it away, 1 out. That'll bring up Mulholland. Will be up there to bunt. Terry has 7 sacrifices on the year. On deck is Dykstra. Bonilla is starting to come up at third. Murray from first. He's around to bunt, and he bunts it foul. Looked like he was trying to direct it towards first because Bonilla, the third baseman, was right on his lap almost as he turned to bunt that one.
Once in a while, they'll give the pitcher one of those bunt swing.
The Phillies call it the slug bunt.
Slug bunt. Mulholland did it one time this year. That pitch was almost over his head.
And it's a ball in the strike as he did not bunt at it. Mulholland choking well up on the bat in preparation to try and get this one down. He's got the bat back behind home plate, and it's tough to bunt it fair when you do that. He fouled that one off. Boa going through the signs, and they'll probably leave it on. Three 4-0 for the Phillies. 2-5-0 New York in the 5th. Tanana moves over to first, see if he can get Chamberlain leaning.
Well, Murray's leaving that bag, and he doesn't dare leave too soon. Chamberlain has stolen a couple of bases. Fair ball. Didn't he hit it? I guess he didn't.
Well, he said he didn't touch it, and it didn't go back the bag fair, so it's a foul ball.
Thought Bonilla got leather on it for a second.
Now he swung at that.
So that's not
right,
a bunt.
so he's not out.
He's not out.
Right. Yeah, he'll have another shot here.
Boy, Bonilla almost got his glove on that ball. Tried to. Just missed it.
Yeah. He never touched it. Boa pointing, trying to get the call from Brian Gorman, and Gorman was waiting to see if the ball would cross over the bag at any point, and it didn't. Dennis Menke wants Mulholland to get the bunt down. And now he's around to bunt. And he bunts it foul, and he's a strikeout victim. That for Tanana is number 4. And now Dykstra will bat. He's hit 2 fly balls to the center fielder, Ryan Thompson. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL-TV, Philadelphia.
And here is Dykstra batting at .303. Lenny came into the game at .305. Tanana has really worked Dykstra well tonight. He's thrown him a lot of sweeping hooks and some fastballs in on his hands. Dykstra did rip one long foul ball. Tanana, as Harry mentioned early in the game, pitches some of the longest games in the major leagues. And he is very slow.
Get a man on, he really slows down. But when there's nobody on, he works fairly fast.
Outside, I'd like to thank all the nice people out at Commonwealth National Country Club, where you and I were today. Had a good time out there on that torture chamber.
6 balls I left out there in the water.
Is that all? Outside, 2-0. Lee Thomas and Frank Torrey were out there today. The 4 of us had a great time. Thanks to everybody out there. That is a tough track. And Tanana continues to throw to first. It's unlikely that Chamberlain's running.
He's not taking a big lead, and he's not going anywhere.
2-0 to Dykstra. This is with a curveball. Now it's 3-0 to Lenny. He'll look down at Larry Boa.
I think he'd like to take a swipe. I don't know whether they'll give him a green light. He knows what he's going to get here anyway. He's going to get a fastball.
Right, and he'll look middle in. If he gets it, he might have a green light. They throw it away from him, and he takes it. There's no way Lenny is going to swing at a ball away from him 3-0. If he gave him something middle in, he might try to jerk it. Look at that. 95 walks, 34 doubles, leading the majors in runs scored. He is an offensive machine. Every time the New York Mets look out in center field and know they have center field problems, they have to think, boy, we let him get away. Fastball, and Dykstra took it 3-2. He was upset at himself, really. He was probably guessing breaking ball there. Now Chamberlain will be off on the pitch. Murray backing off at first.
He didn't groove it. He did get it on the outer half of the plate. If I were a hitter here, I would look fastball.
Yeah, he's tough to guess with, this guy. Breaking ball. And he got out in front and lost it to Burnitz in right field. And Jeremy makes a play. Phillies are out in the 5th. No runs, a hit. No errors, and they'll leave one, their first base runner of the night. And they lead it by a run after 5.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Phillies. We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
And I'm already with the Philly cheesesteaks. Anything goes well with Bud Light. We like Bud Light and Dan.
Bud Light!
Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
Dear Midas customers, introducing the Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. Come to Midas now and you'll get $20 off your purchase. Whether it's for brakes, shocks and struts, or mufflers. That's $20 off. And because you never know when something else might go wrong, Midas will also give you $20 off your next visit. The Midas $20 now, $20 later sale. That's the Midas way. The way it should be.
Introducing a Honda rarity. Well, it's more of an unusual occurrence. Actually, it's never happened like this before. Definitely out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, we've never uttered these words before. And though it's our first, at these prices, they're not gonna last.
Well, after 5, good ball game. Phillies lead it by a score of 3-2. There you see what the pitchers have done thus far. Both of them been hurt by the long ball. Tanana, a 3-run home run to West Chamberlain. Terry Mulholland's given up 2 runs, both on solo homers by Bobby Bonilla. Walks have not hurt either pitcher, and the Phillies just left their first base runner of the game on in the 5th inning. As we go to the 6th, Eddie Murray, Bobby Bonilla, and Dave Gallagher, the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Dallas Green. Switch hitter, and right-handed batter. Murray hit one pretty hard last time to deep left field. He's also fly to center. Eddie 0 for 2. And with Hall of Fame numbers.
And nobody seems to really want him now. I guess it's his salary, but he has pretty good production. 75 RBIs.
Well, there are some people that feel that he's not the greatest guy in a clubhouse either at this point in his career, even with his production. So I think the combination of that and what you just talked about, the money, can make him not a desirable commodity, Whitey.
I've often heard, you know, about the clubhouse. I never did see anybody in the clubhouse that hurt the clubhouse. You know.
Well, I can only tell you what I hear. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Murray.
I don't care how a guy is in the clubhouse. I'm concerned about how he is on the field.
Here's the 1-2. Looper to left field and a base hit. Pitch was out over the plate. Murray just kind of went out and one-handed it. So Eddie Murray on with his first hit of the game, and here comes Bonilla, 2 for 2 with 2 homers.
Right off the end of the bat, looped it over the infield, and that was a fortunate thing about Bonilla's home runs before. Nobody was on base.
There was some talk before the game that Bonilla was going to bat left-handed tonight because he had a sore left thumb. Hadn't hurt him much. Hit 2 long homers. He gets jammed on this one. An easy play for Dykstra right there. Mulholland got in on him on the first pitch. He was swinging first ball fastball, and he gets him out for the first time.
Got the ball up. Bonilla put himself out there, which was a break for Mulholland.
Well, college football, all the color, pageantry, and spirit of a traditional rivalry. The legendary Fighting Irish of Notre Dame play the Midshipmen at Veterans Stadium. Order tickets easily by phone. Call the Phils at 463-1000. Stop by the Phillies ticket office at the Vet. This fun, exciting college football game is sponsored by Super Pretzel, soft pretzels, Herman's World of Sporting Goods, WOGL, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. That's Notre Dame Navy, Saturday, October 30th at 12:10 right here at the Vet. Fly ball to right field. Chamberlain there. So after the leadoff hit, Mulholland gets 2 hitters out on 2 pitches.
And Gallagher is one of those hitters that has really hurt the Phillies as a pinch hitter. Some pinch hitters are like that. They get that one at bat, they really make it work for them, and you give them 4 at bats. I've seen a lot of great pinch hitters that way. Going back, Jerry Lynch was like that. You give him 1 at bat, and brother, you had a fight on your hands. But 4 at bats, he might go 0 for 4 without really getting a good cut.
Pinch hitters are a rare breed. Greg Gross did such a good job around here in that role for so long. Eddie Murray barely off first base, and Mulholland steps off and moves over there. The batter is Jeff Kent, who's walked and flied out. Here's another guy with some pop in their lineup. 13 homers on the year. New York Mets have a record of 39-75 coming into play tonight. 21-35 on the road, 18-40 at home in just a miserable season for them. down the line, a long run. Here comes Chamberlain, and he got there. Boy, Wes is having a heck of a game tonight. He was the only player that could have caught that ball, and it was a fair ball. Nice play, Wes Chamberlain. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left as we look at Chamberlain making a basket catch. And the Phillies cling to that 1-run lead as they go to the bottom of the 6th.
Legend has it, Colonel Sanders' secret recipe for a new kind of chicken lay lost for years. Until one fateful day.
Rotisserie chicken recipe. Confidential.
The rest is history. Introducing the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. Marinated, then slow roasted as only the uncontested master of great tasting chicken would have done it.
You've still got it.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. At KFC, we do chicken right.
#1 in America.
Save now on every #1 selling Ford at your Quality Plus Ford dealer. It's Ford's factory authorized clearance. Now get a double rebate on America's #1 selling car, Ford Taurus. That's $500 cash back plus $500 clearance bonus for a total clearance cash back of $1,000. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
See your Ford dealer today. Get behind the wheel and turn the key.
Hurry! Ford's factory authorized clearance ends soon.
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why is Bert busy and Bob not? Now, do you suppose Bert's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use? The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. By Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. And by your local Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now is the time to save big on the best-selling cars and trucks in America during our Ford dealers' model year-end clearance sale. Here is Mariano Duncan. And he bunts it. It's a good one. Tanana, terrific bare-hand play, throws him out. That was a terrific bunt by Mariano Duncan, and what a play by Tanana.
That's the only way he was going to make that play, was barehanded, turn and fire, and it's exactly what he did. You don't see pitchers feel that well generally.
That was a really athletic play by Tanana, who fell after he threw it. Momentum taking him to the ground. That'll bring up John Kruk 0 for 2. He has hit 2 balls to the first baseman Murray. One unassisted, the other he flipped to Tanana covering. They are pitching Kruk away and playing him away as Thompson, the center fielder, shades him towards left center.
And they slop up that big old curveball to him that he's pulled twice to Eddie Murray. He'll hit one of those suckers one of these times.
If he gets a little middle into him, he will. 1-1. They also have Kent, the second baseman, way behind the line as there's nobody on base. There's the second baseman.
Used to hate to hit against a pitcher like this. There just aren't many around like this.
There's that slow hook, and he missed outside. It's 3-1.
Houston used to have a pitcher by the name of Johnson. I can't remember his first name.
Ken Johnson?
Ken Johnson. No, not Ken Johnson. We Phillies had Ken Johnson.
Kruk beats it foul first base side, and it's 3-2.
That Johnson in Houston one night got me on an 0 for 5. And he hasn't thrown a pitch hard enough to black my eyes if he hit me right between the eyes.
Was he a right-hander?
Yeah, he was a right-hander.
That might have been Ken Johnson, because he pitched a no-hitter down there one time and lost.
Ken, you're right.
Yeah, it's Kenny Johnson. Yeah.
Phillies had a Kenny Johnson left-hander years ago.
Kruk hits a breaking ball to first again. He keeps pulling that pitch, and there's Murray for the 3rd time, gets him. Another unassisted play for Eddie Murray. 2 outs in the 6th inning, and here's Hollins 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Phils lead at 3-2 in the 6th.
Phil's only had him in trouble that second inning when West hit the 3-run homer.
Hollins fouls it away down the right field line and out of play. Hit that ball a long way. That one hit the Stadium Club, or right off the top of the scoreboard near the Stadium Club. There's where it hit, right above the scoreboard. Good pitch on the inside corner. Tanana is a master of in and out, change speeds. Just shows you that you don't have to throw real hard to be able to pitch in the major leagues. I mean, you have to have a good fastball, but location and change speeds. Jammed Hollins. A little pop up to Bonilla. Bobby grabs it, and the Phillies are gone again in order here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Harry DeKay comes back to join Whitey in the 7th inning. The score after 6, Phil's 3 and the Mets 2.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Live from Philly, it's Bud Light.
Bud Light is in the house! I'm talking about Bud Light.
Bud Light is slamming! We just want a Bud Light, is that so wrong? Salute!
Amigo!
Hey, it's Bud Light, yeah!
Birdman loves Bud Light.
I need a Bud Light. We live in Philly and we love Bud Light.
Ask for Bud Light.
Ah, the signs of summer. They're all around us. Now there's a new one, the Oldsmobile Summer of Savings. It means it's the best time of the year to buy a new Olds, like this loaded Cutlass Supreme Special Edition. It was $18,663. Now it's $15,995. And this loaded 88 Royale Special Edition. It was $21,971. Now only $18,995. Look for the new sign of summer that says it's the best time ever to buy a new Olds.
High-speed chases, deadly pursuits. Ride along on an explosive new series 5 times a week. Real stories of the Highway Patrol.
Weeknights at 7:30 on PHL 17.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 3 and the Mets 2. Tomorrow at 8, a high school principal has an unlikely relationship with a janitor. Christine Lottie stars in Crazy from the Heart, only on Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17. And Harry Kellis with us here in the 7th.
That jokes you up when you talk about our station, huh?
Well, I couldn't spit the letters out.
Leading off for the Mets is Jeremy Burnitz. He has struck out and lined out to second base. 3-2 Phil's lead. Phil's a 3-run homer from Wes Chamberlain. Mets a couple of home runs from Bobby Bonilla. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Burnitz. That's now in the 7th inning. Has some bullpen activity. We could see a pinch hitter for Frank Tanana. Ground ball charged by Duncan. Gets Burnitz. 1 down here in the 7th. That'll bring on Kevin Baez. He struck out and singled. Mike Maddox up in the bullpen. Baez is singled, and he tried to stretch it into a double ill-advisedly and was thrown out at second base.
I don't think the Phillies would be all that unhappy to see Tanana leave the game. He has made some pretty good hitters look pretty bad tonight.
Fell behind Wes Chamberlain 3-1, and Wes hit a 3-run home run. That's all he's given up. He's only given up 4 hits. 1 ball and no strikes to Baez. Doing nothing. Danny Jackson tomorrow night for the Phillies. Bobby Jones will be making his major league debut for New York. Sunday it'll be Kurt Schilling against Eric Hillman. 2 balls and 1 strike to Baez. Ground ball knocked down by Hollins, recovers and throws him out. Hollins has been making good throws to first base the last couple of weeks.
He did a good job here of blocking the ball. He got kind of an in-between hop in that dirt, see? Kept the ball in front of him, took plenty of time. Boom, he threw a bullet.
Jeff McKnight is going to come out and pinch hit for Tanana. So Tanana goes 6 innings, charged with 3 runs on 4 hits. He struck out 4, didn't walk anybody. Didn't pitch all that badly, really. He leaves, though, trailing 3-2 at this point, and this is McKnight, a switch hitter, hitting at .259 overall. Batting .217 right-handed, .274 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he is 12 for 41. 1 ball and no strikes to McKnight. Beats that ball foul. Frank Tanana gave Dallas Green 6 pretty good innings. Hit on a big hop to Kruk, and it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Stretch time of the vet. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead the Mets 3-2.
The Incredible Hulk's Lou Ferrigno is back in the ultimate grudge match of good versus evil.
Now we face each other, man to man.
He's going head-to-head with the Rock Monster, the Evil Slime Lord, and the Knights of the Living Dead.
You're next.
He's a dude with a tube, a man of maximum muscle. He's Sinbad, and he's sin badder than ever. Sinbad to the 7 seas.
Sunday at 4 on PHL 17.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. It's just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Okay, panel. How can you recognize the genuine Yellow Pages?
It has a yellow cover.
Good.
This is a Belle of Pennsylvania on the front?
Right.
It has more choices inside.
Yes! That's how you tell a genuine article from mere imitators. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The genuine Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with the Blue Cross Blue Shield Health Tip. What % of heart attack victims don't believe they're having a heart attack? 50%? 70%? 90%? 90% of the heart attack victims dismiss the symptoms of heart attack, often mistaking it for heartburn, indigestion, or stress.
Well, here's what's happened in this ball game. Bobby Bonilla, a couple of solo home runs. Wes Chamberlain, a 3-run homer back in the 2nd inning. And Frank Tanana, who just left the game, retired 14 of the last 15 batters he faced. That's how we stand, 3-2, bottom of the 7th.
And the new pitcher for Dallas Green is ex-Phil Mike Maddox, appearing in his 41st game. Maddox has won 1 and lost 6. 3 saves, a .360 ERA. He's pitched 55 innings, given up 46 hits and 22 earned runs. 38 strikeouts and 20 walks. So Maddox coming on now for Frank Tanana here in the bottom half of the 7th, with the Phillies leading it by a run. Maddox was signed as a free agent by New York. Or rather, they got him a deal for Roger Mason, a minor league pitcher from San Diego. 2-2 at San Diego last year with a 2.37 ERA. Darren Daulton, who caught Maddox, will face him at the plate. Dutchess singled and struck out. Base hit back through the middle. Dalton's second hit of the ball game. He's a leadoff base runner here in the 7th. It'll bring up Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia has struck out and grounded out.
I get as much kick out of Dalton getting a single through the middle as I get out of him hitting one out of the ballpark. When he hits that ground ball single through the middle, he's hitting the way he wants to hit. Take the ball through the middle the other way once in a while.
Big cut, no contact by the Inkman.
Hitters seem to be getting some pitches they can identify with now. little mustard on them. That Tanana had him going crazy with his in and out pitches, his slow pitches.
In the dirt, a good catch by Charlie O'Brien. 1 ball and 1 strike. Darren Daulton gets back. Right back at Maddox. Throws to Baez. 1 relay double play. Maddox to Baez to Murray. 2 outs and no base runners. And it will bring up Wes Chamberlain, who's been the hero tonight for the Phils. A 3-run homer, a single, and an assist in the outfield, getting a runner down at second base.
Like Pete was trying to take that pitch the other way and bounced it right back to Maddox. At least he didn't get around on it.
A bit high for a ball. 1-0 to Chamberlain. Breaking ball on the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. Baltimore and the Yankees 0-0 in the 7th inning. Jamie Moyer against Jim Abbott. And O's pitching staff was devastated at Detroit.
Red Sox beating Toronto 5-1 in the 5th.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Chamberlain. Baltimore in that 3-game series at Detroit gave up 47 runs.
It was 15, and what? 17? Ooh.
Of his hits, you see that 29 of them have been for extra bases for Wes. Chamberlain thought that was outside, but he's rung up, called out on strikes. Not happy with the call by Steve Ripley. It'll retire the Phils in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. We move to the 8th inning with the score: Phils 3, New York 2.
Hey, Jersey, I'm buying.
I drink Bud Light because I'm 245 pounds of U.S. steel and sex appeal.
He's unbelievable.
Jersey girls dig Bud Light.
Bud Light is made in New Jersey.
You know, we own that Statue of Liberty. They stole it from us.
Yo, bartender, Bud Light.
You want one too, don't you?
How about a Bud Light?
Yo, it's Jersey stuff. It's Bud Light, you know?
Bud Light, up and away.
You got all your bad boys, they fight and they curse. But Mr. Goody Two-Shoes will whip you worse. But Mr. Two-Shoes, he got some new shoes. The wads are running from the shoes and all the universe. He might be nice, sweet, good and kind, but a put his Converse shoes don't let him tie your checks on your behind.
Nice shoes, KJ.
See you later, okay?
To celebrate the introduction of KFC's new Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken, PHL 17 and KFC want to send you to Jamaica. When you stop by and try the Colonel's new Rotisserie Gold Chicken, deep marinated and slow roasted to perfection, fill out an entry blank for a chance to bask in a warm glow of your own. One grand prize winner will enjoy a trip for two to sunny Jamaica, and two second prize winners will enjoy a Phillies game from the luxurious Superbox. Let KFC and PHL 17 take you to Jamaica and enjoy the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. By Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, no other book can match it, a Bell Atlantic company. Jim Eisenreich now playing right field for the Phils as we move to the 8th inning. Ryan Thompson leads it off, and he looks at his stride. Thompson has struck out, singled, and doubled. Phils lead it by a run, 3-2. Beats the ball foul, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Thelma Holland picks up his 4th strikeout. One down here in the 8th. It'll bring up Charlie O'Brien, who's lined to left, flied to right, and lined to right.
Got Thompson to chase the high fastball. Many better defensive catches around than this guy, Charlie O'Brien.
Yeah, he is. And he's, you know, he's hit the ball hard 3 times tonight. Hollins throws him out. That's the 3rd time he has really smoked the ball. Good play by Dave Hollins, who's really been playing a fine third base.
This is a play the third baseman has no reaction time. He just gets the body in front of it.
That'll bring on Eddie Murray, who has flied to center, flied to left, and singled. Braves are leading Cincinnati now 12-0 at Riverfront. But for the Braves, every time they look up, they win a game. The Giants have already won. 40,552 the paid attendance here tonight. Ball and a strike to Murray. Two teams have met once previously, and on Friday the 13th. See who the winning pitcher of that game was for the Phillies.
Dallas?
No. Tough Luck Club member.
LC.
LC is correct.
Yeah. Jim Fregosi played in that game.
Yeah. 3 balls and a strike.
Doesn't want to walk Murray with that Bonilla coming up. Ooh.
Gives him a clothesline base hit to left field. Murray's second hit, the Mets' seventh. And it will bring up Bobby Bonilla, and Dalton's going to go out and talk to Mulholland.
Murray really drilled it. Good thing he didn't get that one up in the air. Murray will leave the game.
For a pinch runner, Ced Landrum. Ced Landrum was just called up. Saw him play for the Cubs a few years ago. Veteran player, has pretty good speed.
I think he'll be stealing.
Not against Mulholland. Here's Bobby Bonilla, who's been the Mets' lone offense, a couple of solo home runs. 1 ball and no strikes.
His best shot here might be to pick Landrum off.
Ced may not have seen that pickoff move of Mulholland's. One ball and 1 strike.
Landrum is taking a decent lead, too, by the time he gets out there. He's not to the cutoff, but he's pretty close to it.
He was hitting .291 at Norfolk. He had 16 stolen bases. Almost looks like a one-way lead, though. When Mulholland delivers the plate, he's like going back toward first.
That's his eyewash move.
Yeah, smoke screen. Landrum might be primed for that good step-off, pick-off move. Bouncing it up there. 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Bobby Bonilla. That was his step-off, pick-off move, but it wasn't his real good one.
Ooh.
There was his good one.
Woo.
Almost got him.
He's safe.
Yeah. Two balls and a strike to Bobby Bonilla. Three and one. Dave Gallagher is due up next. I don't think he'll give in to Bonilla here.
Yeah, this could be the ball game for Mulholland, this situation.
Gave him a fastball. He fouled it out of play. It's a full count.
He'd have had to hit that one over the right field fence if he was going to hit a home run, because it was out away from him. There's Bobby Thigpen, the new Philly.
Full count. Runner will be going with 2 outs. Fouls it back and out of play. Still 3-2 to Bobby Bonilla. Big pitch for Terry Mulholland here in the 8th inning. Beats another ball foul. He's thrown in 3 straight fastballs. Might be time, Whitey, to give him a 3-2 breaking ball out of the strike zone. See if he'll chase.
Well, if he's going to do that, he'd probably try to throw it down and in, because once in a while you see Bonilla chase that.
Gave him a breaking ball, but it missed. And he walked him. Second walk given up by Mulholland. 2 men on base with 2 outs for Dave Gallagher. Gallagher's twice grounded out and flied out to right field. Phillies lead by a run. 3-2. We're in the 8th inning. One strike to Gallagher. Phillies pitching coach Johnny Padres. Pops a foul, back and out of play. 2 strikes to Gallagher. Ed Landrum at second, Bobby Bonilla at first. Just reached out and spoiled a pitch. Still 0-2.
Padres going to the. I think he was just answering the phone. Said, I can't talk to you now.
Base hit to right field. Here comes Ed Landrum. Ball cut off. Throw to third. Gets by Hollins. Here comes Bonilla. Here comes Gallagher. He's going to circle the bases. And the New York Mets have taken the lead here in the 8th inning. They would have tied it, but it should be tied. Instead, it's now 5-3 as Kruk threw it away at third base after cutting it off.
Kruk had 2 places to go. He would have had the runner at third. He could have had the runner at second. Threw it past Hollins. That's a very, very costly error.
And Gallagher ends up circling the bases. So the Mets have a 5-3 lead here in the 8th inning. And the batter will be Jeff Kent.
I think the first mistake was Mulholland giving Gallagher a good pitch to hit ahead on the count 0-2.
1 ball and no strikes.
But he didn't want to throw it there, I'm sure. Yeah, that was costly error.
So the Phils will have to mount a comeback here as Kent pops it into shallow right field. Eisenreich coming on. He'll put it away. But New York scores 3 in the inning. 1 earned, 2 unearned. 1 hit, 1 very 2 hits, excuse me. 1 very costly error. Nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 New York.
AT&T.
AT&T, without a doubt.
If price were no object, which long-distance company would business people choose?
AT&T.
AT&T.
For a few pennies a call, AT&T. Wouldn't you? Come on. People said they'd choose AT&T 7-to-1 over anyone if price were no object. And now it may not be. Introducing Maximum Advantage. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed in writing when your business spends over $200 a month with
AT&T. AT&T, period.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with the PHL 17 Sports Break. Here's the scores in the National League tonight. Houston out in front of Colorado 3-2 in the 6th. 8-3 Pittsburgh out in front of Florida in the 8th. 2 runs in the 7th for the Expos at 3-2. St. Louis still leads. Gant and McGriff all home runs. 12-0 Atlanta out in front of Cincinnati in the 9th. And it's 4-1 a final from this afternoon. San Francisco over Chicago, and San Diego takes on Los Angeles 10:35. It's 5-3. The Mets have taken the lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Harry and Richie.
All right, Neil, thank you. And Kevin Stocker will lead it off. Seth Landrum stays in the game to play left field. Neil Badwary pinch ran in the spot vacated by Eddie Murray, the 3 spot, and Dave Gallagher has moved from left field to first base. Kevin Stocker has flied out to right and flied out to center. Mike Maddox in his 2nd inning in relief of Frank Tanana, and the Mets now lead 5-3. Milt Thompson has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Terry Mulholland. One ball and 1 strike. Line to left, fair ball into the crowd. A ground rule double for Kevin Stocker. Oh, Stocker starts it here in the 8th inning. It'll bring up Milt Thompson.
Ball hit just inside the chalk line, sliced it. Inch or 2 fair.
Milt Thompson is hitting at .257 as a pinch hitter. He's 5 for 17. Bills trail by 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Flying away for a ball, 1-0. Now the Met bullpen starts stirring. Anthony Young is the right-hander. Pete Shurik is the left-hander. Two balls and no strikes. Some off that pitch, had Thompson well out in front of it. 2 balls and a strike.
That's that circle change that his brother Greg throws so well.
Mound bouncing ball to the shortstop. Baez throws Thompson out. Moving up to third is Stocker, and with one out, it'll bring on Lenny Dykstra. The 93 Phillies Yearbook 45th Annual Edition now available. Colorful book containing 72 pages of great photos, stats, and interesting articles about the Phils. You want to order this spectacular keepsake, you can do so by mail. Send a check or money order for $8, including mailing, to Phillies Yearbook, Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. Be sure to include a return address and allow 2 weeks for delivery. Dude is 0 for 3. He's line to center, fly to center, fly to right. Ground ball. This will get the run home, but Dykstra is thrown out. Coming in to score is Stocker. It's now a 5-4 game. Bills within 1, 2 outs, and no base runners, and the batter will be Mariano Duncan. Duncan 0 for 3 is flied out to right, fly to center, and was thrown out on a bunt try on a fine play by Frank Tanana. Dunk's 10-game hitting streak on the line maybe here. Lifetime, he's not been a good hitter against Maddox. He's 1 for 10 lifetime against Mike Maddox. One ball and 1 strike. Nearly hit him. 2-1. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Duncan thought it was inside. He's not happy with Steve Ripley, but it's 2-2.
Thought it was high. Curveball.
Still jawing at Ripley. Struck him out with a low and away slider, and that will retire the side. Phil's get a run, 1 hit, no errors, none left. We go to the 9th. Mets lead by a run, 5-4.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Philly.
We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
And I'm all ready with the Philly cheesesteaks.
Anything goes well with Bud Light.
We like Bud Light and Dan.
Bud Light!
Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
The Phillies will be loaded for bear when they play Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, September 6th at 7:05. And Tuesday through Thursday, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, all at 7:35. Then they'll try to send the Astros into space Friday, September 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And Sunday the 12th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under get a free backpack. Call 463-1000.
Introducing a Honda rarity. Well, it's more of an unusual occurrence. Actually, it's never happened like this before. Definitely out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, we've never uttered these words before. And though it's our first, at these prices, they're not gonna last.
After 8 innings of play, it's New York 5 and the Phillies 4. Sunday at 7, when the daughter of a wealthy businessman is kidnapped, Reno must stop her abductors from killing her on Renegade, right here on PHL 17. Kim Baptiste comes in to play third base. He will hit in the number 9 spot. And Bobby Thigpen makes his Phillies debut. He will bat in the number 4 spot.
Hollins must be hurt, or he would not have left the game.
Yeah, he must be. Maybe that shot that Charlie O'Brien hit at him, he retired Charlie O'Brien, might have hurt the hand. Thigpen did not have real good numbers with the Chicago White Sox, as you see. But he had some great years over there. He's a 30-year-old right-hander, 6'3", 222. Lives in St. Petersburg. Fastball for a strike to Jeremy Burnitz. One ball and one strike. Foul ball, 1-2.
Pretty good movement on his fastball. Has a little sink to it.
Holds the all-time record for saves in a season. In 1990, he saved 57 ball games for the Chicago White Sox. Two balls and two strikes to Jeremy Burnitz. Burnitz chases a bad pitch and he struck him out. That is what happened. We got the announcement that Dave Hollins had a contusion at the base of his right thumb on that hard ground ball hit by Charlie O'Brien, forcing Dave to leave the game. Brings on Kevin Baez. He has struck out. Single was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double and is grounded out. Looks like he throws pretty good to me.
Well, that's good fastball.
One ball and one strike. Looking ahead to the Phillies ninth, it'll be John Kruk, a pinch hitter for Thigpen, and Darren Dalton. To face probably Pete Shurik. He is still up, the left-hander in the Met bullpen. Three balls and a strike.
Chico Walker.
He'll hit for Maddox. High fly ball left field, not deep. Incaviglia coming on. He makes the grab. That's 2 outs, and that will bring on Chico Walker to pinch hit for the pitcher Maddox. Walker, a switch hitter, hitting at 227. Batting 289 right-handed, 195 left-handed. There's a pinch hitter. He is 12 for 49. One of his pinch hits, a home run. Cardinals and Montreal now tied 3-3 in the 7th. One strike to Chico Walker. Fastball in tight to him. 1-1. Missed with his off-speed pitch. 2-1. Big pat on for Terry Mulholland, who went the first 8 innings, charged with 5 runs, 3 of them earned. Struck out 4, walked 2. Ground ball. Duncan flags it nicely. Wheels and throws out Chico Walker. Good play by Mariano Duncan. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Mets lead 5-4.
sends chills down your spine and straight to your wallet, like the cost of health care today.
Your medical bill, sir.
Which is why we're introducing HMO Blue to calm your fears with the largest choice of hospitals statewide.
Really?
Without the frightening high premiums.
Oh, yeah?
New HMO Blue from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of New Jersey. A better way of caring.
Stock up the savings this week at Acme on selected Stouffer's Red Box entrees and pizzas. Just 3 for $5. You save up to 50% on 59 of your favorites. Then get choice savings on famous Lancaster brand 80% lean ground beef. Just $1.48 a pound for 3 pounds or more. The more you buy, the more you save when you stock up Acme style.
Check it out, Acme style, check it out.
Legend has it, Colonel Sanders' secret recipe for a new kind of chicken lay lost for years. Until one fateful day.
Rotisserie chicken recipe. Confidential.
The rest is history. Introducing the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. Marinated then slow roasted as only the uncontested master of great tasting chicken would have done it.
You've still got it.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold. At KFC, we do chicken right.
It's a really good-looking Phillies road jersey, free for kids 14 and under, compliments of Gatorade, when the Phillies play the Mets Sunday, August 15th at 1:35. Get a free new jersey when the Phillies play New York. Call 463-1000.
Pete Shorrock is the new pitcher for New York. He's won 3, lost 10. Started the year as a starter, has moved to the bullpen. This is his 27th game. He's had 15 starts. Has a high ERA, is 6.65. 94 2/3 innings. He's given up 133 hits and 70 earned runs. 54 strikeouts, 32 walks. John Kruk will be the first one to face Shorrock. And then, curiously, Mickey Morandini is in the on-deck circle to bat for Bobby Thigpen.
I'd have to think that is a smoke screen. That's not a right-hander. Warming up in the bullpen, that's Anthony Young.
There's Crucker. He's 0 for 3. Has grounded out all 3 times that he's been up. And in the throes of a midi slump, he's 0 for his last 13. Breaking ball misses, 1-0. Breaking ball misses, 2-0. Bills trail by a run here in the 9th inning. Fastball misses, 3-0. Got that fastball over, 3-1. Don Franco, their closer, is on the disabled list. And Dallas has to use closers by committee. Fouled it back. It's a full count. Three and 2 to the Crucker. Walked him, and Kruk's a leadoff base runner. That'll bring up Mickey Morandini, and I guess he's up there to bunt.
Gave Kruk a 3-2 slider or curve, and he missed badly with it. Missed all his breaking pitches to Kruk. Got his couple of fastballs over.
Morandini is 1 for 4 as a pinch hitter, and that one was a pinch hit home run. Overall hitting at .227. And he's up there to try to move the runner along. Took a strike on the outside corner. Curveball high, 1-1.
Still hasn't been able to get that pitch over.
Ricky Jordan. Bunted through the curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think he'll hit now. He'll be hitting away. I don't think they'd risk a foul ball strikeout.
Lost it into shallow right. Burnitz makes the catch. So that is 1 down, and that'll bring on Darren Dalton. Dutch is 2 out of 3. Singled, struck out, and singled. Pete Incaviglia waiting on deck. Got the curveball over for a strike. Got the fastball over for a strike, and Dalton's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Made 2 good pitches on Dalton. Curveball, fastball, outside corner. Dalton's RBI percentages.
Fastball away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anthony Young still throwing in the Met bullpen. Curveball missed. 2-2.
He doesn't want to start that curveball at Dalton and break it over the plate. He looks like he's starting it at the plate and hope the Dutch would chase it outside.
Fastball fouled straight back. He had a cut. Still 2-2 to Darren Dalton. Dalton's called out on strikes. That's 2 down here in the 9th inning. Dallas Green's coming out. He won't let Incaviglia face the left-hander. He'll call on Anthony Young out of the bullpen.
Perfect pitch by Shurik on Dalton, and Dutch knew it. Zipped that fastball outside corner.
So Pete Shurik leaves, and Anthony Young will check in out of the New York bullpen to try to get out Pete Incaviglia. Pitching change for the Mets. We're in the 9th. New York leads 5-4. Back after these messages.
From
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to right here in Pennsylvania. People are searching for new choices in healthcare.
The costs are strangling me.
Which inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new personal choice.
It seems like you always have to give something up.
A health plan that gives people the benefits of an HMO.
No one has the right to tell me what doctor I can see.
Without asking them to give up their freedom. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
Anthony Young's the new pitcher. He established that major league record for consecutive losses, 27, which he finally broke on July 28th with a win against Florida. Young this year has won 1, lost 13, a 4.05 ERA, does have 3 saves. 52 strikeouts in 86 2/3 innings, 37 walks. Lifetime, he's not been bad as a saver, 18 of 23 career save opportunities. Moved in that role some last year when John Franco went down. And his assignment will be to get out Pete Incaviglia. Inkman against Young lifetime is 1 out of 5. Kruk at first base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Mets lead 5-4.
Not holding Kruk on. I think that's kind of a surprise. Now it looks like Gallagher slipping in there back of Kruk a little bit, but you're not going to hold him on. Kruk can steal a base. And I think
now they're going to hold him on.
Yeah, okay. Charlie O'Brien was going to go out there and stall a little bit until he got first baseman over there.
One ball and 1 strike to Incaviglia.
That's what they're going to try to do to Pete, make him chase that pitch. He knows it. Sometimes he doesn't lay off of it.
Beats the ball foul, and Anthony Young's ahead of him. A ball and 2 strikes.
Young left that slider up there to hit. He didn't want to do that either.
Ooh. Little inside, Whitey.
Whoa.
2-2. Inside.
They're right.
Pops a foul, backing out of play. Still 2-2 to Pete Incaviglia. John Kruk at first, got a leadoff walk. He's still there. 2 outs. Slider away. It's a full count.
Laid off that one.
Jim Eisenreich waiting on deck for a chance. 3-2 to Incaviglia. Beats the ball foul. They'll try it again.
Anthony Young made a good pitch there. Incaviglia just got some wood on it. But it was a borderline strike, low and away.
Three balls and 2 strikes to Incaviglia. Walked him. So the Phillies have 2 men on base with 2 outs for Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich batting for the first time. He's hitting at .328. John Kruk at second represents the tying run. Pete Incaviglia at first represents the winning run. We're in the bottom of the 9th. A little bit low, 1-0. Nobody up in Dallas Green's bullpen. This one's in the hands of Anthony Young. 1 ball and 1 strike. Young wants a word with Charlie O'Brien. One thing Young really did during the course of that 27-game losing streak is handle it with great class. I mean, he really answered everybody's questions, and he had to get awfully tired about answering questions about how do you feel about losing another one, you know. Bouncing ball deep short. Baez throws a low throw. It gets by Gallagher. This game is tied. Incaviglia to third, Eisenreich to second, and it's a 5-5 ball game. Would you believe it?
That'll be an error on the shortstop. Low throw. Gallagher, who is generally an outfielder, couldn't come up with it. It was not an easy play. Brand new ball game. It was not an easy play at all. It was down in the dirt.
Here it is. He had to backhand, but he still had time. Just made a bad throw.
Got leather on it. Slowed it.
So we're tied at 5-5, and Kevin Stocker will be given the intentional walk for Kim Baptiste. This will load him up. Bills have tied it without a hit here.
Now the 2 walks. 2 walks hurt him, but the error, of course, was the big play. Game should have been over for Dallas Green. The risk here of that intentional walk, of course, is
no margin for error for anyone.
No margin for error. You got to throw strikes. You should make him throw strikes.
Kim Baptiste in his first at bat tonight is hitting at .268. Strike to Baptiste. Baptiste's lifetime against Anthony Young, 3 for 6. Well hit. Well hit. This ball is out of here. A grand slam home run. Kim Baptiste. And the Phillies have won it 9-5 on a slam by Baptiste. Incredible, Whitey. Just incredible.
Well, they got a break. They got the one that opened the door. 9-5. They win the game by 4 runs, which is unbelievable. Kim Baptiste, I can't remember the last time he's hit, Harry. Been a while.
It's been a while. He filled in admirably for Dave Hollins, and all of a sudden, in his only at bat in this game, he hits a grand slam home run. A new hero every day for the Fighting Phils in '93. It's unbelievable.
He had a slider that was right up and through the heart of the plate. Fans want him to, a little curtain call. He did. He just kind of poked his head over. There he comes again. All right, Kim.
Phillies have had 7 Grand Slam home runs this year. And they come back to get a slam from Batiste and down the New York Mets 9-5. The air opening the gates for the tie. Then the intentional walk to Stocker. And Kim Batiste knew what to do.
Watch that pitch. That was a slider up and through the middle of the plate. Nice swing, Kim Batiste.
Gone. Grand Slam home run. Incredibly, the Phillies have come back to win this one by a score of 9-5, and Bobby Thigpen will earn his first win in a Phillies uniform and his first appearance in a Phillies uniform as the Phillies win it 9-5. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.